Jake Paul's California mansion has been raided by the FBI, multiple news organizations report. You can see in this aerial footage agents in uniform outside his home in Calabasas.
Funny about your brother. Your brother talks more shit than anybody else on the planet. They're trying to sue people when people talk shit. There's people out there saying they're fake fights, they're fixed.
For me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, of the weight difference, and, Joshua's a former, champion. And also, he's current, he's active.
That was not a boxing match. Jake Paul had a very healthy fear for his life while he was in there. He was running away. He was trying to get distance. Then he was trying to step in to win this contest. And then he's trying to get out of the way so that he doesn't get hurt again.
Jake Paul is caught in a major controversy that could signal the end of his career. As a YouTuber turned boxer, new accusations claim that Paul allegedly scripted his big fights, including the massive Netflix bout against Anthony Joshua. Online rumors have exploded, with some people even claiming that Jake and his brother were arrested over these alleged plans, while promoters and boxing officials strongly deny that professional fights can be fixed. Without serious legal punishment, doubt around Jake's credibility has reached an all-time high. This is another dramatic chapter for someone whose past already includes serious legal trouble, including an FBI raid on his Calabasas mansion. As accusations grow and his boxing image takes heavy damage, many are now asking if this is the real end of Jake Paul's rapid rise.
FBI agents have raided the Southern California home of YouTube star Jake Paul. Federal officials say the search was part of an investigation. Wendy Birch is in Calabasas with what we're learning tonight.
Sky 5 was overhead this morning as federal agents entered Jake Paul's Calabasas home located in this gated community off of Mulholland Highway. We counted close to 24 federal agents, some of them in tactical gear, entering the residence. Why they were here and what they were looking for, that remains unclear. The federal search warrant has been sealed and no one is offered.
For years, boxing analysts, former fighters, and promoters have questioned Jake Paul's legitimacy. Long before the latest arrest rumors appeared, critics point to his carefully chosen opponents, many of whom were past their prime, along with strange fight pacing, late knockdowns, and rumored contract clauses that limited real danger. Too many. Jake's success feels more
because I've always been curious about this, because you saw the Askren fight, we saw these fights that he went into. The Fury one obviously didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go, just because I was so convinced that Jake had these fights fixed, and there's a lot of people who talk about the fights being fixed because it's just the way it is.
Yeah, they tell me that too. They're like, tell me you're not going to take a fall against Paul. Everybody says that to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? You could have paid me all the money in the world.
Have repeatedly said that while Jake brings attention and money to boxing, his fights often avoid true competitive risk. This has fueled suspicion that the outcomes are designed to protect his image, rather than test real boxing skill. As more controversies appear, they don't stand alone. Instead, they strengthen the growing belief that Jake Paul's boxing journey is built on image control and business leverage, not the raw and unpredictable violence that defines real boxing.
If that Jake Paul fight was better.
What happened to me is what was going to happen to him had he dropped those hands. If I say, Rampage, I'm going to pay you $2 million, right? Let this dude beat you, what you going to do? You're going to feel disrespected, number one. Right? That ain't enough money. For me to do that, I got to be willing to walk away for good. Something like 20-something million where I can invest it and fall off into shape.
The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul also raised eyebrows because of its drama and intensity. Online rumors about a leaked script suggesting the fight was pre-planned caused chaos on social media. Alleged audio recordings surfaced, claiming the fight's key moments were staged, including Tyson appearing tired before Paul scored the knockout.
In the United States is $1.3 million. Again, that's over the course of the person's entire life. Jake Paul earned 30 times that in one night. People talk about winners and losers, like Jake Paul
defeating Mike Tyson. Jake Paul spoke confidently about his performance. He said, "I didn't really get hit or hurt," suggesting he completely controlled the fight. Many fans praised his comments, seeing them as proof that he could compete with legendary fighters. However, critics quickly pointed out the lack of real danger in the bout, calling Tyson's performance weak and questioning whether the fight was truly competitive.
Big as the what?
Why was Mike wearing assless chaps though in the...
Yeah, did that moment go viral with his cheeks out?
I don't know. It made my stomach hurt. Though.
I was seeing it. Why didn't he have underwear on?
He had a G-string on, is what he had.
Almost.
I thought he was completely butt naked.
Nah, he looked like a stripper.
But yeah, biggest live gate, 18.1 millions in U.S. boxing history outside of Las Vegas. A phenomenal night. I'm sorry I didn't knock him out, though, guys.
That's the fuck up.
really
We
sorry.
talked about this. I told him you're going to say some dumb shit. You did the right thing at the end.
Critics say the recent fight against Anthony Joshua follows the same pattern. Many commentators called the matchup ridiculous, pointing out the massive gap in size, experience, and boxing history between Paul and Joshua. A YouTuber with a 12-1 record facing a former two-time heavyweight champion who battled elite fighters throughout his career made the event feel more like entertainment than sport. Some labeled Paul a cash grab opponent rather than a serious challenge, further fueling doubts about the fight's legitimacy.
Jake Paul, fake Paul I call him, against Anthony Joshua. Massive unit, two-time world champ, still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the Bois knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on and then got done. And he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
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 How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
They'll be over.
Despite the criticism, Jake Paul entered the fight with surprising confidence. Observers noted that he truly believed in his ability to rise to the challenge and win. Unlike some past fights, Jake appeared focused and determined. Analysts watching his preparation said his mindset was key, showing both physical readiness and strong mental belief. This suggested he wasn't ignoring the danger of facing a former heavyweight champion, but instead saw it as a chance to prove himself on a global stage.
He's very big. I'm here to shock the world, inspire the next generation. We're in the Heat arena. I'm a big Heat fan. Miami's on fire. This is my first pro fight, was in Miami against Gibb. I'm bringing that same energy.
Jake Paul's growing confidence has been met with heavy skepticism from experienced analysts. Many believe his belief in beating Anthony Joshua is unrealistic. Joshua is a highly skilled heavyweight with years of training, championship experience, and proven toughness that Jake has never faced. Some observers also raised concerns about Jake's physical condition and performance, suggesting he may be relying on unnatural advantages, further adding to the controversy surrounding his boxing career.
Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement, mainly because, as you heard me mention, I know a lot of the people he trains with and I have heard things. Now let's give Jake the benefit of the doubt, right? He's able to restrain from the peer pressure that everyone's putting on him to hop on these certain compounds. Then that would be cool to train natural, do what he needs to do. But the thing is, his body composition has changed so much, his explosiveness, his power, and yes, that comes with training and time. But I find it very, very suspicious that for some reason, whenever a drug test gets brought up, for instance, when Fury wanted that in the contract, Jake Paul turns them down. So you should think to yourself, it's probably because he's not natural. Now I want to make it clear, I don't care whether Jake Paul is natural or not. There's so many people that aren't natural that are in combat sports. In fact, Tyron Woodley probably is also not natural. Everyone wants that little edge over their competition, and that's where drugs and anabolics come into play. There's certain compounds that are out there that just increase your explosiveness immensely, your recovery, so that you can stay in the same weight class, which is very important for combat sports, whether that's boxing, UFC, whatever type of combat sport you're doing. So that is why you guys have seen so much improvement from Jake Paul. Of course, he has a great circle around him, great trainers, great coaches, a great regimen, but definitely anabolics play a very fundamental role in that. They allow him to train as hard as he does. They allow him to increase his power and speed. And of course, when you think of those
livelihood on the line for Jake Paul.
No, I don't think he would.
So there you go. It's over when he wants it to be over.
There could be some kind of tacit agreement in the background.
How?
Where they have a handshake.
Then that's illegal. You're going to jail.
Exactly, it's illegal. That's what I was going to say.
So you can't.
Because it's not an exhibition.
No, it's a fight.
So
and people are betting on it. Big amounts of money.
So we're watching this. I'm flying out there next week to Miami to watch it. So I'm going out there. He's laughing. I'm getting someone. So it's all good. But it's like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua, 6 foot, what's he, 6'6"?
About that.
Fucking, what's he, 16, what's 245 pounds?
He can't be a pound over 245,
What's
so.
that in stone?
The best part, just on 17 stone or just under.
So Jake lost to Tommy Fury, and that's the one everyone keeps on. Do you think he's improved much since Tommy Fury?
Yeah. But do I think he's improved enough to be competitive? Unless I close my eyes and Josh is completely shot to bits, no.
Yeah, and so is the potential that Jake Paul, like, I know you keep saying no, I know you're right, but is there a world in which you see Jake
Carl,
Paul
come on.